Okay. Okay, so welcome everyone. Okay, so welcome everyone. Okay, so as I was just gonna say, I'm gonna stream until 4, maybe, who knows, but fuck you, Facebook. You can't tell me that I am not allowed to have certain music on my videos. When I'm playing on a game, Facebook, you cannot tell me it is illegal for me to have music in game. I am not gonna go. As I was saying, I'm not gonna go and turn off all the music in my games just because you guys are a bunch of fucking piss ants. That is all you guys are on Facebook, is a bunch of fucking piss ants. You guys are nothing more than no good rats. And I mean that. The people at Facebook are rats. Nothing more. They think they rule the fucking world, and they can fucking suspend me if they fucking want. I'll just make another account. It's not like they actually can stop me. Okay? Mark Zuckerberg's nothing but a twat. Okay? Mark Zuckerberg's nothing but a twat. He seems to think that he knows what he's doing, when in actuality he knows nothing of what he's doing, and just seems to think he rules the fucking planet, when in fact, you know, most people are moving to Twitter because, you know what, Zucky boy, Like, come on, you can't tell me that these people at Facebook do nothing but pick on creators. They do nothing but pick on creators and think that they can get away with it. They think because YouTube does it, they can do it. Like, no. No, Mark Zuckerberg. You ain't shit at all. If you think that nipping me for music is actually gonna stop me from, streaming, no. I'm streaming on 2 other platforms right now. 2 other more successful platforms than you have right now. 2 platforms you can't even dream of acquiring. Go fuck yourself. You'll never be able to afford YouTube. You'll never be able to afford Twitch because someone richer than you already has them. So fuck you. Fuck you, and fuck your ugly ass little baby child who you won't let on the goddamn platform because, oh no, it's a bad place. Then fucking close goddamn Facebook down. Okay? Shut it off then. Other than that, shut the fuck up. You can't tell me that your platform's good while you're openly committing fucking fraud. Duh. So, the thing, my biggest, and I mean biggest problem with Facebook is the fact that Facebook actually thinks that they can allow the racists to do whatever they want. When in actuality, you know, laws do stipulate that you do have to, you know, report these people to the proper authorities, but, you know, okay, new rules, especially when I'm playing this. No complaining that I am using cheats. I will not take it anymore. You will just be banned. No complaining or saying anything about my background. Oh no, look, it's so unorganized. Actually, no, it's organized. People actually like it. I've gotten compliments. Fuck off. I'm playing the game wrong. No, I'm not. You are. No more of, oh, what system are you on? Note that I'm always on PC, never play anything else. And if I do play on another system, it's off stream, not on stream. no, Biden is a pedophile stuff on my thing. He's not. You can't prove that. No, Biden is this. No, Biden is that on here. I will just ban you. Also, no fucking advertising. Don't be a douche. No fucking advertising your streams, or else I will find out where your stream is, and I will advertise myself until you shut off your stream or you give me your account. I'm joking. But I will actually, if you advertise on mine, I will come and advertise on yours. So, wow, is there seriously no animals here? They all gathered someplace. So, fuck you. Wish you would pull up my bow more. Instead of for... Okay, so I'm gonna go... I'm gonna go this way. You know, I love how they call them brown bears in here, when in fact the brown bears in Siberia and Russia are called Yasurian brown bears, and they are some of the... I think they're like almost... They're upwards of 1,000 pounds. They're like, they're almost a ton. They're huge. These are huge bears. Yeah, polar bears outweigh them by, you know, quite a bit, but they're big. They're really, really big. It's just... And Kodiak bears outweigh them too. Or... No, they're taller than them. I really hate medbev. Or med... I hate going to Russia. Did you know there's a shoot-to-kill order in Russia for people stealing mammoth tusks out of the ground? I mean, it's Russia. I would expect them to, you know, would you kindly either stop that or die? But, you know, you almost want to say, ain't that a bit much there, Putin? You would think it'd be a bit much, but for him, he likes killing people, so. You know, I like how Biden's as fit as a fiddle, and everybody says that he's a weak old man, and it's like, yeah, no, he's not. Air Force. I mean, I guess Air Force isn't, you know, the most, how do I put that? I think he was either in Army or Air Force, one of the two. And it's like, you know, that's still the military. They still give you hand-to-hand combat training, and they still give you know, all the training you would ever need to defend yourself, so, you know, he also uses his Peloton, he does all this and that, and it's like, fuck you. That's all I have to say to those people, is like, fuck you. Most of the people who say it too are fat, like, god damn. I mean, I'm fat, but these people are like these are the people who Call of Duty gotta go poo-poo people. Though I think Biden could be the size of Arnie and still, you know, get hate from people. I love how MedBev is sometimes people's first map that they buy because it's, I think it's like the second or third cheapest. So, 1, 2, 3. Oh my. Which is fine. I like hunting here. Well, actually, technically, I'm going to all the moose maps because I need a good moose. I would love a good diamond moose. I don't care if it's white or not. I just would like a good diamond moose. Like, I need a good diamond moose for a centerpiece that I make for my channel. I'll give you guys a little sneak peek after this. But from now on, I'm going to say this. But from now on Wednesdays where I do not want to stream, I will be posting Warframe content on Wednesdays. Which I will try to film all my stuff during the weekend, Saturday, Sunday. But Friday, Saturday, Sunday, if I don't feel like streaming on Fridays, but mostly Saturday, Sunday. So, if that's your fancy on YouTube, and this is for the people on YouTube too, if that's your fancy on YouTube, then stop on by my channel at the Demon King Corner if you want. I'll be giving out helpful tips and tricks, stuff I do, color palettes, good ideas for Warframe on cheap color palette, on a cheap budget in-game budget. A lot of fashion frame actually, even though fashion frame is objective, but I quite like giving people fashion frame advice. We will be doing reviews on items. We'll be doing reviews on like guns and stuff. I'll be showing off some of my builds. Anything you really want to see is going to be there. Tech End will probably be mostly shorts. I'll mostly do shorts on Tech End of me just like, you know, attempting and failing to do the Tijuana Bomber. Or Tijuana Twister. I like to call it Tijuana Bomber because, oh boy, does that hurt. Me trying to do some of the, you know, harder, more stick-intensive moves, if you get what I mean. I will be attempting to do, like, anything really stick-intensive with characters. Hell, actually, I might make whole videos out of it. If you really want to see that, then, you know, come along and watch that. I will be doing, you know, Let's Plays, of course. I have some games here that I'm gonna Let's Play. More than likely won't get very far. More than likely won't get any views, but I'm gonna try anyway. This means I'm gonna have to remember how to use the tag system. I'll be doing, you know, tips and tricks on Eldalon hunting, actually. A lot of tips and tricks on Eldalon hunting. Movement based. My new slogan for Warframe is, the controls may be too responsive, but your brain will get used to them. Controls may be too responsive, but oh well. It's a joke. It's a joke from one of our old it's a joke from one of our old friends, who I tried to teach Warframe, and he was like, "Oh, the controls are too responsive." And the controls are too responsive, and I'm like, "Heh, oh well, fuck you." I will be trying to, you know, if you're watching from my channel and, you know, really aren't sure whether Warframe is your thing or not, then then tune in, and I'll make sure to show all the points of it. Like, if you want another good Warframe channel, go to Grindhard Squad. They're cool. Oh, and Ashisogi Tenno. But I don't know if Ashisogi Tenno is even doing anything anymore. I think he's taking a break. He may be. Who knows? Didn't watch his channel in a while. I'll be doing mod reviews on all my games. I will be attempting to record some of the stuff for my YouTube channel. I tried to show one of my students how to record for YouTube, and it didn't quite work out. So didn't quite work out really well. I'll be trying this, that, and the other thing. I might do a let's play or a long play, let's play, long play, whatever. Yes, there will be cheats involved in most of these games, and yes, I mostly cheat because I'm bored of the games, and I've beaten most of these games 700 different times. So it doesn't really matter to me what you think of my gameplay. So, I'll be doing videos with Scout, usually with my other friends. Or at least we'll do some videos with them. I'll just be around, let's just say that. What else? What else do I want to mention? There will be a lot of trophy hunting videos, or at least attempting at trophy hunting. This game just doesn't work very well. I'm just gonna be honest, it crashes a lot. What else? Hell, there will be just AMAs a lot. I'll just answer random questions sometimes. That's minor. yeah, I'm gonna be doing just a lot of stuff. I got the idea to get back into YouTube after seeing a video, watching a video with Scott a few days ago.
You've got the hunter's sense.
Where it's like
Follow those tracks.
On Twitch is not a good idea. So until I either hello. So until I either reach affiliate or, you know, start earning money on YouTube, I more than likely will be just putting out videos, a lot of videos. You know, I'll finally, you know, pick a theme song. It's more than likely going to be Hearts on Fire from 99 Lives. And I'll just put their names in the description of the video. I'll be attempting to learn editing again. I'll be doing videos on, you know, how to make YouTube models and stuff, which I'm not really an expert in there, so it'll just be videos of me, you know, making my YouTube models for YouTube, or for YouTube and Twitch. I will be, sometimes doing, you know, not really exposed videos, but more of, you know, the videos where I'm talking about, you know, a certain thing. There will be political commentary on there and here. There will be political rant videos, of course. I think of what else I want to do on there. There will be Street Fighter sometimes, maybe me doing some online matches or something. I'm gonna have to find a different recording software though, because it's just, I don't want to work. Slobs just doesn't work. Maybe I'll do some puzzle games. Maybe I'll just take some game footage. I'll just make some game footage, and you know, instead of putting my YouTube model up, I'll just set up and stuff. Uh, that's it. That's all I'm gonna be doing. That's gonna be doing my normal video game self. Trying to think of what else I could do. What else I should be doing. You know, I remember hearing something about someone wanting people to not gender their babies by and just call them baby self and toddler self, and I'm like, yeah, that'll go about as well. Parents will start doing that right away. No, you fucking idiot. Shut your fucking mouth and just go back to whatever feminist thing you were doing. I don't want to fucking hear you. Unless it's about feminism. Talk away. I believe in gender equality and I believe in all that, but when people start doing stupid shit like that, that's where a lot of people would draw the line. Like, if I want to call my baby she or her, or she or he, I'm gonna do so. And there really isn't much besides calling CPS and CPS looking at you like you're a fucking idiot. Basically looking at you like you're a fucking idiot and telling you just fuck off. And telling you to basically fuck off. But, you know, that's all you'd probably get, is just be told to fuck off and probably get thrown in jail for it. Like, there's some, I feel like talking about some of that stuff right now. I feel like, okay, once the child is an appropriate age, they can tell you what they want to be called. But don't be brainwashing your children, or not brainwashing, don't be telling your children that, at least until they're, my cutoff is 12, where you can tell them, you can be anything you want to be. But when they're little, call them she and he, because changing their gender every 5 minutes, like there seems to be some of the more attention-seeking people want to do, and it's mostly with the attention seekers who love to fucking, like, I did a joke yesterday, or on Monday, while I was talking with a lawyer. I said, well, I identify as an attack helicopter, and my mom basically got pissed at me for it, which that's the thing, is that's the joke, is that you can really identify as anything, and it's like, there's no such thing as transgender, or no, not transgender, no, transracial. If anybody tells you that they're transracial, they're racist. Simple, clean, racist. They're idiots, okay? They're just using it as a way to get away with saying the N-word. Or put derogatory racist word here as whatever. Actually, something I recently found out, not recently, but past 2 or 3 years, is that I found out most Native Americans in America are of Asian descent. They just evolved, we've just evolved enough to, not, have the Asianish face and eyes, and our skin grew darker so that we could, hunt, so that we could hunt and all this, and it's like, yep, cool. And it's like, technically this is Native American land. All land is a Native American land, but I guess you could argue, but we bought it from them unfairly. Unfairly. It was bought under how do I put this? It was bought under, I don't even want to say false pretenses. Like, okay, one of these days we're gonna get a Native American president, and they're gonna put in they're gonna put in something that says, Native Americans, can come off the reserves aren't needed anymore. Blah, 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 blah. All that stuff. Like, they're gonna do that. And this is gonna sound awful, but white people are gonna be pissed. White people and white cops and all cops are gonna be pissed, because it's like, oh, Native Americans don't matter here, even though, their land, their country, and everything. And it's like, North Dakota is the heaviest place for, let's say, Native Americans. There are tons of reserves out there, but they're slowly being taken over by oil companies, because no president will do anything about the oil companies. No one will do anything about the oil companies, and we just let them do what they want. And I know there are people saying, but we need oil. No, we fucking don't. We have electric cars, we have electric this, electric that. We do not need fossil fuel. No matter what you say, we don't need fossil fuel. Okay, at one point there were fully electric cars. Full-out electric cars. But the oil company killed it. Because it would have made their jobs and everybody else's jobs obsolete. And now electric cars are coming back. There is nothing that oil companies can do. Because full electric cars like Tesla, per se, are run by someone even richer than most oil tycoons are. Elon Musk. You evil bastard. It's almost like he's a robot trying to feel human emotions. Although, I mostly think he's an idiot. I don't get why people think Elon Musk is just this god to be worshipped over. He's not. He's just an idiot. He really is just an idiot with money. But at the end of the day, you gotta remember, oil really isn't needed. Oil and gasoline just cause earthly problems. Like, you know, that's the reason most indigenous or, you know, Native Americans were kicked off their land, is because, you know, oil. Because we got the oil. No, you didn't need oil. We could have literally probably survived off steam power for another, what, 100 years? For hell, we could have had just Tesla coil cars. We could have had steampunk bullshit. It seems like, you know, steam just works better. You know, Ubisoft could learn something from... Learn something. Like, you know, Steam just works better instead of using your own crappy Uplay. Because your Uplay isn't fun. Like, come on, don't tell me that Ubisoft has a right to take themselves off of Steam, the place that literally holds 99.9% of their games. Like, fuck off. Like, all I'm gonna say is this, is really this, is that there is no way, and I mean no conceivable way, that you could ever pitch oil to me that would actually make me see your point of view. There's a lot of shit where I'll listen and I'll see your point of view, but I'll still have my own opinion, and I'll still think that, you know, what you're saying is dumb. Religion is one of those things where I will listen, but I'm an atheist, so you're barking up the wrong tree, and no, I don't want... And no, I don't want to try the Church of Jesus, because the Church of Jesus is bullshit. Okay, you ask for way too much money to go to your church. You ask way too much money to go to your church. You are disgusting and treat women and children like they're nothing. You believe that women are nothing but, you know, household appliances to do your work for you. Like, what, little baby man? What are you gonna do? Cry if I come and take your wife? Like, if your wife even so much as looks at a black man, your penis instantly goes inside yourself and you turn into a snarling evil beast. Like, oh no, the blacks are coming to take our stuff. Well, you know, maybe you shouldn't have brought us over to America to do your dirty work when you could have just done your work by yourself. Who knows? Who knows? But you know, I'll get called racist by some, you know, put upon little butt nut. Yes, a butt nut. Who seems to think that, you know, I'm evil for the way I think, and it's like, yeah, no, I'm not a libtard. I am a liberal, yes, but I am not, I mean, I guess you could say I'm retarded, but, you know, I'm retarded in other ways. I firmly believe, in general, that if you actually think that black people are evil, then why would you want to own them as slaves if you think we are evil? If you think that us going back to slave times will make us less evil, hell, actually, us going back to slave times would probably be worse for you. Because a lot of black people nowadays just don't like white people, and we will just, and most of them will just, you know, if you try to whip us or do anything to us, we will more than likely just kill you. Because, you know, we aren't toys, and we aren't slaves, so, you know, you can't really... So you can't really, you know... Like, we would more than likely just do a coup, and that's the thing, is that means you would be putting most of your military, a lot of the military, in, you know, you'd be putting a lot of the military in, you know, slavery too. And those are highly trained people who actually know how to use guns, so, yeah. And next time... I want someone to think that, oh, I'm pure Viking blood. You realize that Vikings were not the purest of blood. There were black Vikings. There were white Vikings. There were this Vikings. There were that types of Vikings. Vikings weren't only white. They didn't discriminate, and they weren't racist. They were rapists, but they weren't racists. Like, you cannot tell me that it is okay because you're pure blood to be racist? Yeah, no, that's not how it works. You can't tell me that you being pure of the blood, pure of blood, makes you better than me. Okay, if you're better than me, okay, and you have natural talent, and you're just oozing natural talent, then, okay, come download Warframe and meet me in Warframe. Meet me in Warframe, I'll take you to the Simulacrum, and we can just slug it out. We'll slug it out there. There's a lot of lesser cutie out there. Like, I sometimes seriously wonder if the people who are racist are mentally okay. Because, you know, my mom calls them sick all the time, and I'm like, okay, calling them sick is actually demeaning to the people who, you know, are actually mentally sick. Um, like, I sometimes really do wonder, and yes, this is just me getting in politics again, which is, oh no, bad Nobu, bad Nobu. No, fuck you. Politics is my thing. I like it. I like talking about it. It actually is an interesting subject, and it's something that, you know, I wholeheartedly know about. Besides, you know, like Warframe. And like Tekken and stuff. Like, I may not be the best at Tekken, but I do know my way around Tekken. But as I was saying, I feel like almost our political system is finally, after being under the GOP so long, and, you know, all the racists coming out again, I feel like our political system is breaking down in, how do I put this, in a somewhat interesting way, where people are starting to recognize that, you know, these GOPers really just want us all dead. Like, people are finally figuring out that these people who, you know, we rely on and that we hire and that we vote in on the GOP side don't care about us. Or don't care about you. Or don't care about them. But then there's a lot of people who, like the Trump supporters, who seem to think that, you know, Trump's coming back in 2024. They think that this, they think that. You know, he has a federal case against him right now. Him and his kids are going to be felons more than likely by the end of Biden's term. So, the family cannot run for presidency. And a lot of these people who are getting caught, like, you know, Matt Gaetz being a pedophile, and yes, he is a proven pedophile, so I can call him that, where, you know, he's openly, you know, showing who he really is, and everybody's like, okay, and all the Republicans, like some of my friends who I talk to a lot, are like, okay, who cares? She was 17, she's adult enough. No, she still counts as a child. But, okay, whatever. Then there are the people who think, you know, that the terrorism that happened on January 6th is okay. Like, if you think that is okay, I hope that when the FBI catches you and tortures you, or whatever they do to you once they catch you, sit there and make you watch Shrek 7 billion times. Whatever they do to you, okay? Whatever they decide to do to or with you, you sit there and think, oh, I might have actually fucked up. Like, you can't just tell me that what he's doing is okay. It is not okay. Like, the way COVID was handled by Trump was not okay. When Boris Johnson thinks you're an idiot, you fucked up. Okay, I'm tired of hearing, oh, Trump is perfect, Trump is perfect. He's not perfect. Like, I like to think that people are smart enough to know that Trump is an idiot, but then, you know, I guess I'm asking a little bit too much from people in the South. Like, come on. I really hope that no one who watches me is an actual. Okay, I know one person who watches me who is a Trumper, but you know, I talk to her regularly and I tell her no talking about politics because, you know, you're not gonna listen to me anyway. So I know one person who watches me that does that, but oh well. But that's it, really, is that that's the only thing except that, you know, really grinds my gears almost about it is that, you know, who really wants to believe in a man who can barely hold a glass with his baby hands, his mini man hands. He has baby hands and there ain't nothing you can do to convince me that he doesn't. No. Has baby hands, he wears a diaper, and he needs to shut up. there's a row. Alright, so, back to what I was saying. Like, you know, watching everything kind of break down is quite interesting. Because, you know, then you see the true colors of people. Like, a lot of my friends where I always wondered, you know, what really their political view is, made me straight up tell them that, no, you're a fucking idiot, you know, stop being an idiot, and no talking about politics with me, because I will make sure that you are proven wrong in every single way, because none of them can ever provide links. None of them can provide links that are any credible anything, really. Like, they love bringing up Fox News, they love bringing up this, that, and the other thing. They love bringing up Sinclair. Sinclair's not even a real fucking news. Sinclair's one of those news channels where it's like, they do their agenda and they don't actually tell about actual news. Like, they don't even actually tell about the news, so why would I believe them? Like, I know people who think that the Holocaust doesn't exist, even though there's actual proof that it does. I just know a whole bunch of people that are that really have no right to. There's a lot of people who I believe really have no right to have a brain. Who really think that they're just hot who really think that they're just, you know, they're the gods of the universe, and that, you know, what they say is true, and if anybody else has even the slightest idea of what they're talking about, those people are libtards. Those people are libtards and don't know what they're talking about. Basically that type of stuff. I also am running an AMA, Ask Me Anything. So if anybody actually wants to ask questions, that's cool. I also have people who seem to think that, you know, just because they have Right Here, Right Now movement in their thing, they have a right to tell me that, oh, I'm an asshole. Yeah, no. I know people like that. I know people who, like, trying to think. I'm trying to really think of other instances of the types of people. I don't know. I have an extensive friend group. It's ridiculous. I have people who think that being a pedo's okay. I have people who think that, you know, or I've seen people on TikTok and Twitter and YouTube who seem to think that children are just, you know, sex toys, and it's like, yeah. The only reason the only reason I haven't reported these people to the FBI is because, I really have no proof that that is the way that they think, so I can't really report without proof. And then them turning around and suing me for ruining their life when I really had no proof of it. Making up proof is even worse than, actually, digging for proof, or falsely reporting them. And that's the thing, is that I know who these people are, and I'm not going to mention who these people are. Or, actually, I'm not going to mention who this person is. It's just a person, not someone we used to know. I'm not willing to say their name anymore. I know people who seem to think that, that the real world and the fake world are one and the same. I have people who wear tin hats. Some crazy ass motherfuckers. I have people who get mad at me when I mention their favorite thing, acting like I don't know what I'm talking about, which, mostly I do my research on a lot of stuff. So it's like, of course I know what I'm talking about. I over-investigate. And I seriously do over-investigate, and I will admit that I do over-investigate, but, tough titty, says the kitty. Like, I know several people who think that, aluminum foil is going to save you from, getting probed by aliens, which if aliens want to probe your AF. If aliens want to probe that AF, they're just going to do it, tin hat or not. Like, tin hat ain't gonna help you. And also, if people really want to, read your thoughts, they would more than likely read it from your brainstem, not, over your head or anything. Like, they think that the attack is just going to come from, anywhere and everywhere. When, in fact, an attack like, reading somebody's mind would come from all places, not just one. And they would get you, on days where you don't have the hat on. Or where you're not allowed to wear the hat. So... And then I know people who think that video games are just for kids, and it's like, okay, Karen, shut the fuck up. Like, and I know people who have experienced Karens, and actually now when I talk about Karens, it's like, my experience with Karens are, they're usually racist, they're usually this, they're really just usually awful, awful people. Or you get the Karens who are like, I demand a manager right now, which is their normal thing. But like, but then, you know, I see people, and then I see the Karens who seem to think that, you know, that blacks just don't belong, and it's like, oh, we belong more than you, Karen. I know we damn well do. Like, I may only be half black, but I'm black enough to say, go fuck yourself and get the fuck off my property. I'm joking about that. Actually, I would tell her to get the fuck off my property. But, it's just... What mind boggles me sometimes with Karens is that they think it's okay to kill people. Like, I hear a lot of Karen stories where Um, like, I heard this story of a Karen killing someone's friend because Karen seemed to love to think a lot of the medicines that we use nowadays are like crack pipe, or people use nowadays are like crack pipes. For some reason, they seem to think everything's drug paraphernalia. I, I almost want to say, like, okay, I get being anti-vax is a thing, but, you know, stopping somebody from getting a life-giving inhaler that they need. I feel like people who think that, or like the girl who I saw who had celiac disease, where her cousin, her brother, she's not allowed to, you know, have cake or anything, or like, you know, like birthday cake or something, because I think it was like the sugar or something on top. I don't remember, but the brother ended up eating the cake. The brother ended up feeding his little brat, just this little evil brat, all of her cake, ate her piece of cake, and I was like, wow, you know, in most places, eating someone's cake like that is justifiable homicide. In a lot of places, in a lot of households, that would just that should get you killed. But at the same time, I'm like, wow. So you really don't care about your sister, and that's the thing, is that her parents didn't call her an asshole. The parents of the child did, and I'm like, go fuck yourself. Go eat normal cake, you fucking heathens. Like, don't take someone else's cake. Oh. Okay, so Next map. Or I've seen Karens, give an excuse to why their little poor baby broke into somebody's house, and it's like, I'm sorry, if your child breaks into my house, I don't care how old they are. Yeah, okay, I'm not saying like a 6 or 7-year-old or 10-year-old would do it. Or actually, the point of cutoff for me is 10, so I don't care how, if your child's from 10 to 18, they're more than likely gonna get their ass beaten for breaking into my house. So I'm gonna give you a fair warning on that one. Whether or not you want to risk your kid's safety for breaking into my house. Like, if your child wants to break into my house, all the power to him. It's really his choice whether he wants to walk out of here nicely or walk out alive. And stand your ground would be in my favor. So, keep that in mind when you're breaking into somebody's house, because stand your ground is in most people's favor. I'm going to be honest, a ton of the time it is in someone's favor, because a judge isn't going to look at your kid and be like, oh, he's such a good boy. No, the judge is going to look at your kid and say, oh, look at the criminal. Your child is a criminal. Nothing more than a criminal. I'm saying it like that just to bother people. Nothing more than a criminal. So, whatever he did to your son, it really is moot. So, you can't... Or stealing someone's phone and saying, oh, this isn't your phone. Excuse bitch? During a TikTok, you can't just take someone's phone and say, doc, this isn't yours. You can't do that. 'Tiseth not your placeth, you heathen. Fuck. It's not your place to take someone's phone. You can't tell someone it's not theirs just because you don't want them filming TikToks. Like, if I'm out in public and someone steals my phone out of my hand, and after I'm done chasing them down, tackling them to the ground, and ground pounding them, which means that I'm hitting them well, I'm on top, and they're shielding themselves, which is ground pounding, submission pounding, or takedown. I mean, if you want to steal my shit, you're gonna have to face the consequences. As, everybody says, oh, you're just talking shit. I am not. I value my shit that I have. I've worked hard for my shit. I have my stuff that I have. Or the kind of Karens that really, really bother me are the kinds who seem to think that, oh no, I'm more righteous than thou, so anything you do is a sin. AKA, their child could play literally the worst video games on the planet, like, so violent that the ESRB rates them an M+, or an A, and they don't care, but if they were to see that at somebody else's house, they would literally sue you for, child endangerment or call CPS on you. Those types of people where they're church people, but they only want everybody else to follow the rules that they have set in place. Like, those types of people. or the people who seem to think that, or the ones who seem to think that, oh, no matter what, they're right. Like, no, you're not right. You can't tell me what to do in my own home. I've seen people, you know, get kicked out of people's homes and told to just basically never come back. And it's like, you know, those when you're someone's friend and you act like that in their house, like, I mean, I can get disrespectful sometimes in people's houses, but I'm not gonna go as far as to, you know, ruin a friendship over it. I know when the cutoff point is. But then there's a lot of people who just don't seem to care whether or not there's a cutoff point or anything. Oh, fuck you. Who just don't seem to care that there's a cutoff point. Most of those people are the types of people who seem to think that, you know, just because they believe in, you know, a man that isn't even there. Oh, hi. Welcome to my stream. I hope my political and no.
Not all drugs lead to animals, so I always apply the sniff test. If the droppings are fresh, your game is close by. But if you find all the droppings, that animal is long gone, and you should look for a more recent trail.
What you watched is what happens. Yeah, okay. I use a cheat menu for the game because, you know, the walking is so slow, and, you know, I'm trophy hunting. I'm trophy farming right now. So it is. Walking is insanely slow. Erase animal pop. Oh, they how do I say this? I don't think they care. I'm playing on my own. I'm playing in a single player map where nobody else can get to me. Also, I don't even think there's a real ban system in place. Yeah, I don't think there's a ban system in place. And by the way, no matter what they do, the people who make the cheats will always be able to get the cheats to work. They don't care. Especially if you're not online. See, if I'm gonna trophy hunt, I'm gonna go ahead and go it alone. Like, going with people, I've taken people out and I've tried to teach people this game, and then they get bored and say, oh, this game is boring with cheats on. Then go fuck off then. I have other things I could be doing in game. Like, okay, I'm here. like as I was saying before they came here, which I'm fine with. I don't mind people watching. I actually quite like it. Okay, so back to what I was saying. Then you have the people who, then you have the Karens who seem to think that, you know, once they get, they seem to think that they have power when in fact they have none. Like, it's like they have no power whatsoever, and it's almost sad that they think that they have it. Because you want to know why it's sad? It's sad for the same reason why, okay, someone you don't like dying is sad. Because you don't necessarily like them, but you feel bad because, you know, they're in the mental state that they're in. They were a bad person. You feel bad because they're a human being. It's the more, oh, I feel pity for this, for the fool here. I feel pity, I pity the fool type thing. Where it's like, you know, they don't
Not all
do
drugs
anything.
lead to animals,
Like,
so I always apply the sniff test. If the droppings are fresh, your game is close
They're
by.
not good
But if
people.
you find all the droppings, that animal is long gone, and you should look for the more recent trail.
Thank you. They're usually not good people. If I'm gonna be honest, they're usually not good people, and to be honest, what is even a good person? Does a good person count as someone who helps people but still is an asshole? Or is a good person somebody who helps everybody but doesn't ask for anything back? Because in most cases, people, when you allow people to walk all over you, you usually end up being the good person, but then you also make yourself an easy target, which, I'm the person who will help you, but I will not let you walk all over me. If I don't like what you're doing, then I'll tell you so. And if you don't like me telling you so, then I don't know what you's doing here. Like, if you don't like, they left. If you don't like what I tell you, then, oh well. But if you don't mind the fact that I am going to be a little bit harsh for you, and my way of helping you is going to hurt and is going to be harsh, then, okay, good, you're actually already, you know, moving on to a place where you're actually moving on to a place in your life where you're actually accepting other people's help. And I mean, I'm not much of one to give advice to where I like I'm not going to give you advice on, oh, you know, take the deal that someone gave you, even if it's awful. It's better than, you know, your current living situation. No, I'm not going to give you that advice. No, if the deal sucks, the deal fucking sucks. And if your current living situation sucks also, going into an even suckier... Okay, welcome back. You couldn't find it... Oh, no. Oh, no, your phone might die, Kabibble. I lost my train of thought. Oh, there I am. Here's what I wanted to say. Like, if your living situation does suck, yeah, okay, it sucks. But, you know, get through it and see if you can find something better. If you can't find anything better, then okay, go take the shitty thing. But if that shitty thing is worse for you than what is currently going on, I'm gonna tell you, you know, don't do it. Don't do it, dumbass. You'll fucking end up fucking yourself and probably losing everything. Like, if anybody asks you to sign a contract without reading it, don't ever do that. Grab the contract and read it. Read the fuck out of it. Oh, and also, don't ever sign a contract that has redacted lines on it, because, oof, that's a good way to lose all your stuff. Like, that's a really good way. Well, I hope you have something else to watch on, because oof, doesn't sound like your phone's doing too well. Although I don't know. Imagine if they had an app where you could tell what the battery power on the people who is watching phones or computers are. That would be weird. That would be a weird one. Also, I have an AMA running. Ask me anything. I mean, there are a few things I might not really have the answer to. So, feel free to ask, people. But back to the Karen thing, like, if you really think that Karens are right, then okay, I don't care. It's your thought process, it's your brain. Nothing I can really do about it. But for people who've lived with Karens and know how bad, and who have turned into Karens, I don't have any sympathy for you for having a bad life. Like, if you need money, it's all your own fault. Like, you spend, but, you know, then wonder why you're always having money problems, and always wondering why you're having money problems and all that kind of good stuff. but then get mad at people when they tell you, you know, maybe you don't need that third Prada bag you bought this week. Or maybe you don't need this. Maybe you don't need to always eat caviar every night as a midnight snack. Like, I'm not the only one who actually thinks that, you know, expensive food is bad for you. Like, bad for your wallet, I mean. I think I might do this again tomorrow. And I might make some videos tomorrow, too. Or might make some videos on Friday. I'll be right back. I'll be right back to you watching. Okay, I'm back. Okay, so basically what I want to say is that Is there going to be, like, things like... If Karens are going to act the way they act, then I really hope... Ducks? Sorry. No.
Not all drugs lead to animals, so I always apply the sniff test. If the droppings are fresh, your game is close by. But if you find all the droppings, that animal is long gone, and you should look for a more recent trail.
Where are you going? Have you ever listened to a song? Really good song. I thought, oh, I could feel this way right now. But there are certain songs you should probably keep that little tidbit to yourself. Every Breath You Take is one of those. I think Iris could count as one of those, but I think the video does not convey the message of the song very well, so I'll give that one a pass. What?
They changed his schedule. He'll be here tomorrow. He's not here today.
Okay, so are you still going down for
Yeah, tomorrow.
the food shelf?
On Friday. There's no food shelf on Wednesday.
Okay, fuck off. I am working right now. Thank you. know what? I will see you guys tomorrow.